Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, looking into February 17th, I found something very significant about April 17th. And the cards did say the energy from February 17th is going to go into Taurus. And I actually think this is going to reverberate that energy. So that energy makes it all the way to April 17th, and then it's amplified and it's into Taurus, and I think we might be in a bit of trouble. So let's see what the tarot has to say. So the April 17th is the Emperor is Aries. We're in Aries time, and the Emperor is in Aries. So the Emperor, so this is definitely going to affect leaders. Now, a lot of people think Leo is royalty because Regulus is there and the lion is there, and a lot of royalty have lion in their shields and whatnot, and their heraldry. And but actually, the real king is in Aries, and that's because it's the emperor, and also because the sun is exalted in Aries, and it's the leader. That's one of the attributes of Aries is leader. And so here we have the king sitting on his throne. All right, so here comes Aries. And by this time, we're well into Aries. I think we're like by April 17th. What are we? We're like 27 degrees. So we're almost out of Aries and um, into Taurus. Here sits the Emperor. So I'm going to go by degree in Aries. So first we have Mercury is entering Aries on by April 17th. So we're going to see some things. We're going to see some things start to materialize and manifest. And it could be the emperor, could be the king, it could be a CEO, a well known CEO, it could be a leader of a country. It could be more than one. It doesn't just have to be one person. I'm telling you, if I had any of those situations, I'd be very concerned this April, um, because I think we're going to see, here's Neptune, we're going to see some leaders stopped in their tracks. They're going to try and manifest something, and they're going to be stopped in their tracks. Also, we're going to see them through this spin doctoring, through this manifestation, something will come to light about these leaders, that we are going to see them in a whole different way. And look at, here comes Mars. I think we're going to see sudden endings for some leaders, especially leaders that have been making things up. This is why I say secrets are going to be exposed. When you have the hanged man on the magician, is secrets are exposed. We see things from a different point of view. We see that perhaps um, there could be corruption. We could just not just disagree, or we're going to see a lot of people who we loved and adored, and we're going to see them in a completely different way. We're going to see some endings, the hand of God, surprising, shocking endings on around April 17th. I think this is when the energy starts. If you watch the other one, you understand planets come in like sunrises and sunsets. It's not like, boom, here I am. No, the energy builds up and builds up and builds up, or it fades away depending on, what you're looking at. So I see Mars coming in here. By this time, Mars is deep into Aries at 5 degrees. So it's, like I say, by 7 degrees, um, it's really well on. A planet is really good and strong by the time it's at 7 degrees in a house. I think we are definitely going to see some corruption. We're going to see resignations, and they're going to be surprising, and they're going to be leaders. Could they be passing away? Possibly. we have the Saturn card here. We have Saturn, and Saturn is completions, and this is world. So these are world known um, CEOs, royalty leaders, right? This will be worldwide shocking news. Could this be a bullet? Possibly. It could just even just be a stroke. This is when I'm doing a health reading, this is my stroke card because it hits you in the head, right? Or head injury. Um, but here's the ending. Here's Saturn comes in and goes, this is your karma. Here comes the karma card. Saturn is karma. It's the taskmaster. If you've been a fantastic leader, karma might save you. If you've been a terrible leader or you've done anything underhanded, karma's coming to get you. So this is why I think in April we are definitely going to see leaders knocked off their thrones, and we're going to see them in a different point of view. We're going to see them in a different point of view. Here's the secrets. The high priestess, the moon. The moon is in Aries. Also, look at all the planets we have in Aries, plus Chiron, which I don't completely oh, look at that. The clock agrees. Plus Chiron, which I don't quite understand. Apparently, that's a karma card as well, something you have to get over. But there's no Chiron card in the tarot, so that has nothing to do with us. And then here comes the sun, brand new beginnings. So these countries or CEOs, royalty, anybody who's a leader, secrets will be exposed. Secrets will be exposed. But here's the thing with the high priestess, she's also the moon, which is cyclical. And if you look closely at the high priestess, she has the tree of life behind her, and pomegranates are typically uh, the symbology for be fruitful and multiply because there's so many seeds in it. So there is the possibility of brand new starts after that. So the ding dong, the king is dead kind of thing, and they get their comeuppance. But here comes a brand new lunar cycle, and we have to remember the moon controls female reproduction. I think after April 17th, after some of this, I'm going to say this term, but I don't mean it derogatory, like the way the toxic femininity has taken over it. We might see this might be the pivot point in the patriarchy, and moving over into a more matriarchy society. And this is also where I get the more female energy, the more, as Jason said, the goddess energy, um, it's not toxic femininity, it is matriarchy, which is completely different than what you think matriarchy is. And so here comes the shift, and it almost feels like a brand new something brand new is coming, and joy and happiness, and almost getting the sense of when Russia fell and the communists and the Iron Curtain fell, and it was just, the Berlin Wall came down and all the other countries fell as well, and it was a brand new start for people, feeling fresh and shiny and new. So I think something is going to happen that once Taurus comes, and the sun moves into Taurus, I think we are going to leave a lot of the masculine uh, w- um, life behind. I think we're going to look at things from a different point of view. I do not mean in any way, shape, or form it's love and light and everybody hug and kumbaya and get your poster boards and your candles because that's going to save everything. No, not at all. Not at all. Um, but it'll be something, the shackles that we have had are definitely going to start to dissipate because we're in a brand new cycle. We might see a big burst of fertility, and maybe because people are feeling more secure in what they're doing. But there's some kind of pivot in April that will, and again, as I showed you, the sunset of Aries and the sunrise of Taurus, and I think something is happening in that time. That Aries and also Mars is in Aries, right? I think that we're going to see something is going to pivot. So by the time we get deep into Taurus, something is going to pivot. But watch for femininity, not feminism, matriarchal, divine feminine start to rise. And you look at Taurus. What's Taurus? Taurus is the Empress. Oh, I should have had it ready. Taurus is oh, there, look, it was ready. Taurus is the Empress. We go from the Emperor, then the sun is rising with the Empress. Also, Taurus is our Hierophant. So, does this have anything to do with um, with people becoming more religious again, going back to basic traditional Christianity? Perhaps the feminine aspect of Christianity or religion, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, perhaps they step up to the plate. 'Cause that's who this is. You know that, right? The moon and the sun go into Taurus with the Empress. There comes the female energy. All right, so now we wait. That's the thing about predictions. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.